Hey you guys, welcome back to Married to Film. Listen, here's part 3.
What are you talking about?
Why are you going closer?
What I'm talking about, Jack, is that Jacob touched me. And when Jacob touches you, well, it's considered a gift. Except it's not a gift at all. It's a curse.
Dude! Seriously, let's go now!
Why do you want to die? I devoted my life, longer than you can possibly imagine, in service of a man who told me that everything was happening for a reason. That he had a plan that I was a part of, and when the time was right, that he'd share it with me. And now that man's gone. So why do I want to die? Because I just found out my entire life had no purpose.
Whoa.
Now, if I like this myself, it won't work. But you can light it for me, Jack. I made the fuse long enough so you'll have time to get out.
Jack, please tell me you're not actually considering this.
Yes.
He wants to die. There's nothing we're going to do to stop him.
Hurley, start running. Listen here. I wouldn't even be in the... Go. Get out. Jesus. Go now.
He's not going to light. Oh.
Oh, yeah. He said if he lied.
Now. Stop.
Because you always say that's what you
Jack,
are. So.
dude, we gotta go. Guy's crazy, and I know crazy.
Hurley, go ahead. We'll be all right.
Dude, you're gonna blow up.
Gotta talk to him, Hurley. Just go.
Dude, you're going to blow up. Get out.
I'm going without you.
Hurley, I'll be fine.
Look.
When you change your mind, I'll be like a mile away.
You should go with him, Jack. No, Richard, no, I shouldn't. You're gonna die. Actually, I don't think either one of us is gonna die.
Man of faith now.
What makes you think that? I just came from a lighthouse. Where my name was etched in wood on a dial that turned a mirror. And somehow reflected the image of the house that I grew up in. James Lighthouse.
He's touched you.
He got Hurley to bring me out there because he wanted me to see what was reflected in that mirror. For some reason, he wanted me to know that he had been watching me ever since I was a kid.
Well, tell
Why?
me why.
I have no idea why, but I'm willing to bet you that Jacob went to that trouble. That he brought me to this island for a reason, and it's not to blow up sitting here with you right now. That's a pretty big risk you're taking, Jack. Yes. What if you're wrong?
What if you're wrong?
I'm not.
He said I'm not.
Want to try another stick? All right, Jack. You seem to have all the answers, so now what?
All right.
Go back to where we started.
What is that?
Lock.
Hello, Ben.
What are you doing here?
Visiting. What are you doing?
I'm digging my own grave.
Why?
Because you talked me into killing Jacob. Do you see that woman over there eating a mango? She's his bodyguard, and she knows what I did. So now you've got what you wanted because she's going to kill me.
I don't want you to die, Ben. In fact, I went back to the statue to get you, but you'd already gone.
Get me? For what?
I'm gathering a group to leave this place for good. But once we're gone, someone's going to need to be in charge of the island.
Me?
I can't think of a better man for the
He's
job.
not a candidate.
Well, it doesn't seem very likely, does it, under the circumstances? How am I going to get away from...
Wow.
Come to the other island, to the Hydra station. That's where we'll be.
She'll come after me.
200 yards inland, there's a tree in a clearing with a rifle leaning up against it. If you go now, you'll get there first, and you'll have the drop on her.
I can't believe she didn't hear the smoke.
I don't have time to listen to you complain about the tension.
That's not why I'm here. I want you to read something.
Well, if this is some attempt to revive your little club,
Those are 30 emails that cover a 3-month period. Pretty lascivious stuff, which would be fine if it was private, but they seem to describe acts that took place on school property. Acts which, morality aside, I think the school board would frown on. Not to mention your wife.
What do you want?
Your job.
You got the pause.
You're gonna resign.
Just for a hot second. 'Cause
For,
I don't know if the door
I don't
is
know.
shut upstairs. Did you shut it?
Personal reasons, health, your call. Resignation, you're gonna recommend that the school board hire me as your replacement. And the irony of all this is that they hold you in such esteem that I'll get the job. So, do we have an understanding?
May I read you an email?
Oh, crap.
Dear
Russo.
Principal Reynolds, I would appreciate it if you could write a letter of recommendation to Yale on my behalf. It would mean the world to me. Sincerely, Alexandra Rousseau.
Oh.
It's a funny thing about recommendations, Linus. They work both ways. So, I put the ball back in your court. You can execute your little Machiavellian maneuvers, go for my job, sit at my desk. But alas, there will be an unfortunate side effect. I will torch Miss Rousseau and her future. Is my job, my power, that important to you? So, what'll it be, Dr. Linus?
Wow. What the heck?
Drop it! Put the gun down!
What are you waiting for?
I want to explain.
Explain what?
I want to explain that I know what you're feeling.
No idea what I'm feeling.
I watched my daughter Alex die in front of me. And it was my fault. I had a chance to save her. But I chose the island over her, all in the name of Jacob. I sacrificed everything for him, and he didn't even care. I stabbed him. I was so angry, confused. I was terrified that I was about to lose the only thing that had ever mattered to me, my power. But the thing that really mattered was already gone. Sorry that I killed Jacob. I am. And I do not expect you to forgive me, because I can never forgive myself.
And what do you want?
Just let me leave.
Where will you go?
To Locke,
Why?
because he's the only one that'll have me.
I'll have you.
Wow.
Dr. Linus,
Hello, Alex.
I was just coming by to thank Principal Reynolds. He wrote me the most incredible letter of recommendation.
Wow, wonderful.
Did you have something to do with it? I mean, I thought he might say some nice things, but he really went all out.
No, it wasn't me, Alex. But I always say you're a great student. Obviously, I wasn't the only one who noticed.
Thanks.
Linus, what the hell are you doing in my office?
Just dropping off the detention sign-up sheet for the week, per your request.
Just put it on my desk.
Oh, wow. He didn't do it.
So will I see you at History Club?
You mean when it's back on?
Oh no, we've got our old slot back. Principal Reynolds found someone to cover for detention. Isn't that right?
Yes, that's right.
Well then, see you at 4.
Nice.
Had the chance to say
Hey,
it.
did you do it?
No.
No. No, wait. What about my parking space?
You can have mine.
Yep. Son was like, hey, you got that gun?
Do you need a hand?
You've helped me with the tarp.
This was a good one, Lord.
How did they know to go to the...
That's our best friend.
Yeah, we ain't seen Jen since he was with Claire.
Reunions always get me. Oh.
Sir, there are people on the beach. Should we stop?
No, proceed as planned.
Yes, sir, Mr. Woodward.
Man, we're gonna have to order food.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay.
So it's funny because we're gonna keep watching. So I'm gonna try to make it quick, but every time I say I'm gonna try to make it quick, I will not. You guys just bear with me, but I have a couple of things that I need to point out, and then Ralph can take it from there, or we can just close it out from there. But it started out with Ben teaching his class, and it was ELBA, that's the ELBA, I think ELBA that he was putting out there, and he was talking about the emperor, and the emperor was able to keep his title, but he had no power. Okay? And I said, hence the leader role that Vince once had and lost his power. The girl asked Ben after she asked, the girl says to Ben after she asked, why would you go with Locke? And Ben said that he's the only one that will have him. She then replied and said, I'll have you. And she grabs a gun and just walks away. I'm literally writing the stuff down. But he also said that he never really wanted the power in the end. He wanted what he had already lost, which was his daughter.
Yeah.
So his power wasn't anything, but in the story he was saying the emperor kept his title, but it meant nothing to him without his power. So it sort of correlates with everything that was going on in this one, because Richard, thinking that he had a purpose, was ready to end his life. And there's no power in that if you do that. You know what I'm saying? There's no power in thinking that you have no purpose when you really do, or someone can't talk you back into it. So he also explained that if he touches you, you're chosen, you're part of it, and you're a candidate. Well, the candidate part, maybe they didn't know or haven't been so clear of it yet. But Hurley said that he had been talking to Jacob. And he was like, when did you talk to him? When? Blah, blah, blah. He was just so surprised that he actually had a chance to talk to him. And he said, you know what, just to get away from the temple. And he was like, okay, I was trying to do the opposite. And I told Ralph, I said, he was like, why, when Ageless Wonder led them to the Black Rock, he said, well, he said, this is not the temple. If you wanted to go to the temple, everybody there is dead. Jack was concerned, and he said, where was such and such and such and such? And he said, well, they wasn't there. Maybe they got away before all of that ever happened. But he started getting closer to the Black Rock, and he was walking away from Hurley and Jack, and said, this is not the temple. He said, yeah, I know. He said, what are you doing here, or what is your purpose here? He said, I have to die. And I was like, there's dynamite still in there, because they didn't pick up all of it.
Right.
So it was, dynamite and everything. He seen the chains in there, and I told Ralph, as we were discussing it while it was going on, that Locke, formerly known as Locke, told him when he seen Richard, he said, it's nice to see you out the chains or something. I guess as a free man, whatever. But whatever gift Jacob gave to Richard was for him not to age. A lot of nougats. Ben was able to. Okay, I'm good. That's all. That's the ones I wanted to point out. You can go from there.
We saw another side of Ben Linus in the other timeline of him wanting to see change as far as the principal was concerned, and had the opportunity to make that change happen, but decided not to for the betterment of Alex, so that she could get the recommendation to get to Yale. So that was a nice side of Linus, because he had the power in his hands, but the principal was like, if you do that, I'll ruin her life. So that man.
And the person who actually put the idea in his head was John Locke. That was a key point too. Forgot about that in the teacher's lounge. John Locke was the one was like, well, why don't you be the principal? He put that push on him.
And the fake John Locke also told him to where the gun was and that, he let him loose.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that part. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But why she didn't hear the wind?
Yeah, why didn't... Yeah, you heard the...
And he was the only one that heard it? He couldn't have been.
Right.
That mango could not have been that good.
Right. Hey, plus the wind picked up and everything,
Yeah. It was sort of spooky when he turned around a little bit and he was right there.
I expected that to happen.
Well, yeah, but I'm like, I thought he might have been in the hole with him.
Yeah.
Because he started looking around like, hey, that ain't right.
So Ben came back to the beach with him and started helping out. And so Jack, Hurley, and
Son.
And Richard appeared and they reunited. And then
I'm sorry, Son was already on the beach. My bad.
And Mr. Whitmore found the island, and they said, "Hey, there's people on the beach."
He said, "Proceed as as normal or whatever."
Yeah.
What he's getting ready to do, we don't know, because he said that he was never able to find the island.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he put a tracking on. You think he put a tracking on Ben?
Who knows? Who knows?
But
if somebody said, "Hey, there's Ben," he might have stopped. Who knows?
Well, he just said, maybe he didn't know. He just said people on the beach.
All right.
Okay.
So
we're going to go on to the next one.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys thought. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
I'm sorry, I was yawning and talking.
We'll see y'all next time.
Yeah, love you guys.
Y'all.
No spoilers. Bye.